All right, everyone, welcome back. We are diving deep today, and we are going to be looking at this devotional called Drinking from the Spiritual Rock.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so it's based on 1 Corinthians 10.1-4.
Okay.
And it's really about, that idea of the Israelites in the desert and how that kind of connects to our faith journey today.
Yeah, finding those parallels.
Exactly. So it should be a really interesting exploration. You ready to get started?
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited.
All right. Let's dive in. So the devotional starts by kind of setting the scene right. It talks about the church in Corinth, and it sounds like there was a bit of a, tension going on there between this idea of spiritual privilege and then personal responsibility.
Yeah, that's a tough one, right? It's like they had all the blessings and the knowledge.
Yeah, they had all the gifts.
The spiritual gifts, yeah, but they weren't necessarily like living it out.
Yeah, they weren't exactly walking the walk.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do with all this privilege? What's the responsibility that comes with that?
That's a good question, and I think that's something that we can all probably relate to in some way.
Definitely.
I know there are definitely times where I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. But then, am I actually putting it into practice? Not always.
Yeah, it's like that gap between head knowledge and heart knowledge.
Exactly. And that tension, that's not just some ancient history thing, right? It's something we still deal with.
Absolutely, it's human nature.
Yeah, enjoying the good things that come with faith, but then struggling with maybe the discipline or the consistency.
And that kind of leads into the whole story of the Israelites in the desert.
Right, because they saw God do some crazy things.
Oh my goodness, yeah, talk about miracles.
They had the cloud and the fire guiding them.
The Red Sea parting, I mean, come on.
And then food and water in the middle of nowhere.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be enough to convince anyone.
Right, you would think.
But even with all of that, they still struggled, they grumbled, they disobeyed.
Yeah, they even fell into idolatry.
Which is wild. Like, if I saw the Red Sea part, I think I'd be good.
It's so interesting, though, because it just shows how easily we can forget.
Yeah, we take things for granted.
We do. Even after experiencing something incredible, it's like our human nature just kind of wants to doubt and worry.
And that kind of brings us to that image of the rock, right?
Yeah.
Which the devotional really focuses on.
Yeah, that rock that Moses struck to get water in the desert.
It's not just any rock.
No, it's a symbol.
It's a powerful symbol, and Paul in 1 Corinthians, he takes it even further.
Right. He actually says that that rock represents Christ.
Wow, so it's not just about physical needs, it's about spiritual needs too.
Exactly. Just like the Israelites needed that water to survive physically, we need Christ to survive spiritually.
Which makes me think of that story in John about the woman at the well and Jesus offering her that living water.
Oh, yeah. Such a powerful image.
Right. It's not just about quenching our physical thirst. It's about that deeper thirst that only He can satisfy.
That longing for something more, something real.
And that living water, it's a constant thing.
Yeah, it's not a one-time fix. It's that continual flow of His presence in our lives.
It's that refreshment that we need every day.
Exactly. And the devotional reminds us that the Israelite story, well, it wasn't all sunshine and roses.
Yeah, they definitely messed up.
They did. They fell into idolatry and immorality, ingratitude.
And it kind of shows that knowing the right path doesn't always mean we stay on it.
That's a hard truth, but it's true. We're human. We make mistakes.
But the good news is that Christ provides everything we need
He does.
to stay on track.
We just have to choose to rely on Him to drink from that spiritual well that never runs dry.
And it's a choice we have to make every single day.
Yeah, it's not just about being sustained, it's about being transformed.
Right. That's a good point.
When we immerse ourselves in His Word, when we connect with Him in prayer, when we seek His guidance.
We start to become more like Him.
Exactly. We become living stones ourselves, built on the foundation of Christ.
I love that image.
And as we grow closer to Him, we become better equipped to handle all those curveballs that life throws our way.
The devotional ends with a prayer. And it's all about recognizing our dependence on God, thanking Him for always being there, and asking for the strength to stay faithful.
It's a beautiful prayer.
It is. That really reminds us that we're all on this journey together.
We are, and the more we acknowledge our need for Him, the more we experience His faithfulness.
So true. Well, that was our deep dive into drinking from the spiritual rock.
That was great.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And don't forget, you can always check out the full devotional for yourself.
Yeah, there's so much more to explore in there.
And as you do that, I want to leave you with this thought. If Christ is the spiritual rock, what does that make us? What kind of building are we creating on that foundation?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Something to think about. All right, everyone, until next time.
See you then.